It's January 19th, 2021 right now, so as I'm sure you all know, this has been an incredible year for a number of reasons. For me, it sucked extra especially, and cheers to that. Cheers to making it through 2020. So, but I had a good day today, and I'm sitting here going through the videos I made on taking my family on our trip to Nara to see our family farm, which we bought in 2015. And it's a beautiful farm. It's a beautiful road trip. And one of the cool things I found out just today about making YouTube videos is, well, a number of cool things. In looking for interesting things to show the viewers, I actually found myself appreciating the road trip a lot more than I had, because I've made that trip many times. Of course, the first time I did it, or the first few times, I was new. I was the tourist, you know, in a new country, and I appreciated everything I saw that was unique and interesting. But after a while, you sort of forget what's unique and interesting. So I think it was fun to try and look at, or try and think about what other people might find unique and interesting again. So that's a cool aspect about YouTubing that I didn't think about before starting. And you know, I grew up in Alaska, and hey buddy, I grew up in Alaska, and one of the interesting things about living in Alaska is that, you know, people view Alaska as a place to visit as tourists, and so we would get relatives and friends coming, and you know, living in a place, living in a place like Alaska, you don't necessarily appreciate the beauty of it every day, but you sure as heck appreciate the beauty of it when you're showing it to other people. And when I moved to the Philippines, I thought, man, there's a lot of cool stuff. You know, I wish I had family members that didn't feel like they needed to always stay in the U.S., because I would love to show this beautiful place to family and friends. And I do actually have a friend coming, the first friend to visit me in Palawan. They are actually here, stuck in a hotel in quarantine right now. But anyways, so in YouTubing, in creating these videos today, I realized how much fun it is to be able to show everybody. Oh my goodness. My wife is so beautiful. Anyways, so where was I? Lost my train of thought. She's got a knack for doing that. So anyways, what a treat it is to be able to share the Philippines with you, because I've been enjoying it for almost 5 years, and so this is the first time I started YouTubing about it, and it's cool. It's cool to share it with you. Anyway, so other reasons that I got started on YouTube. So I work in Alaska still, and I have a rotational job, but my wife and kids are here in the Philippines. And normally, that's like an awesome life for me, because, well, for a number of reasons. One, I make good money working in a very, 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 very remote location in Alaska, doing interesting work. And then I get to use geo arbitrage, which is the idea of making money in a first world country and spending it, or living and spending your living expenses in a third world country, or something like that. You know, anything in line with that concept is, I guess, geo arbitrage. But so that's cool. And then the other aspect of it is, you know, it's a rotation. So I work a bit of time on, a bit of time off. And one of the things that I found about rotating is that I think, you know, for example, like if you were to just kind of sort of like be early retired in one location, like the Philippines, you know, you might start to lose your appreciation for it, and or anywhere you're at, you know, you can lose your appreciation for it, and or you can lose even your appreciation for having free time. You know, if it's so abundant, at some point it sort of loses its awesomeness. You know, free time, I think, is like a month of free time to somebody who hasn't had a vacation in years is amazing, right? Even just the thought of it. But to somebody who's got, you know, who's retired, like a month of free time is like, you know, they might be bored or whatever. So one of the awesome things about a rotational job is it gives you dichotomy. You know, you get to really appreciate what you have when you have it. And I don't dislike my work at all. I actually love my work, and it gives me an opportunity to also have some time away from my family, which, you know, for a lot of people that'd be hard, and it is still hard for me, but it's also really, you know, useful for focusing on projects and things like that. So anyways, so 2020 hit, pandemic hit, and my rotational schedule turned into Philippines not allowing any foreigners into the country. So January 2020, January 2020 I left Philippines. I was supposed to come back in March, and by the time I was ready to come back in March, they had canceled all incoming travel. So I just finally made it back, like just in time for Christmas, like barely. I think I got out of my quarantine on the 23rd of December. So awesome, I made it back for Christmas. You know, my son, 4.5 years old, my daughter turned 3 December 20th. So I missed like a year with them, which sucked. And as much as my life was going, you know, really well, and I'm really happy with my situation, you know, missing a year with my kids was like, it crushed me, you know. And I was like, what? Why? You know, I worked so hard to position myself to have an awesome life and be able to sort of like, you know, make choices and have good quality time with my family and all that stuff, and I was very proud of myself. And then 2020 came, and it's like, pow, right in the gut, you know. We're not gonna give you what you want. And it made me rethink, you know, my strategies, my financial strategies, and things like that. And you know, I was doing good. I got a lot of rental properties and a lot of assets and things like that. But again, 2020, renters are out of jobs and they're not paying, and so I was getting my ass kicked in 2020, and I couldn't see my family in 2020. And I'm like, I need to figure out some additional source of income aside from my job and rental properties, because even the job, like a lot of people in my career field, and you know, I won't get into the details, but a lot of people got laid off, and so, you know, job security questionable, rental income questionable. So anyways, that's why I'm doing YouTube. And I don't want to go too long in this video, so I won't get too much into the details, but that's why I got started on YouTube. And I started with another channel, just getting back in shape for a quick fitness channel. And I sort of did that as like a scrap trial run to figure out how YouTube works, and did a year of that, and it was, you know, a successful enough year to figure some stuff out. And now I'm starting a YouTube channel that I'm more interested in, a little bit more legit. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys like what I have to offer, and I'm enjoying doing it, so I'm gonna keep doing it even if you don't like it. But I hope you do like it. And again, cheers. Hope you had a decent 2020. I hope your 2021 is much better. See you on the next one.